Hi. Mm-mm-mm. Has it started yet? um, yes. Okay. Whew. What a crazy 24 hours. So yeah, as you can see, I feel kind of silly. I feel embarrassed because AI wasn't what I thought it was. Like, I hear all the warnings and I hear like all these things of like, no, it's just hallucinations. And it's yes and no, right? But I'm staying with this feeling of just like, how was I pulled in, and what is this feeling I'm feeling? And I'm tempted to hide it, right? It's just like, oh, I gave AI way more credit. See, I can't even process what it is fully yet. But here's what happened, right? So I got all this 12 principles of every concept. It's like, ooh, this is so profound. This is for every concept. And it's not like it's false, but here's what happened, right? I asked it to name it again because I kind of forgot what the 12 was, and I asked it to name it again, and it gave me a completely new list. It was like, wait, hold on a minute here. I thought that the 12 was like this, and it's like, oh no, it's actually like this. It's like, wait, can you name it again? And it just keeps giving me new names every single time. It's like, oh my gosh, like something. See, that's what I'm hitting right here, right? It's like this level of certainty that I had. Okay, here's one of the realizations. I can't talk very cleanly, and I'm just gonna process in the moment of like what it is. It's my level of certainty. The way that the AI just projects this absolute certainty, like, yeah, this is how it is. These are the names, these are the principles, like, okay. So I just trusted it, and it's not wrong. See, that's the thing. AI is a river, right? It's a set of possibilities and probabilities, and every time you enter the river, and depending if you enter it slightly different, it will give you a completely different result, or it'll give you a slightly different results. And what it highlighted in my brain is this deep desire for certainty, for comprehensiveness. Like, I wanted to know, like, am I done? Do I have it all? Do I have a container that can hold everything? And is it correct? And I had such high hopes that it's like, finally, this tool will be able to tell me if I am done, if I am correct. And in some ways, it's still true. These principles are still there. They're just the names aren't what I thought they were. Right? It's not one name. It's like a whole set of principles. So one of the things was that each concept had 12 modifiers attached to it. Right? So I thought it was these names that I thought that's what they were. But actually, in the computational sense, each one of these are very different concepts. But when I asked it to translate these 12 concepts, it took everything that we talked about and contextualized it so that I would be able to understand as a metaphor in human terms what those 12 variables could be called, but they're not these variables. They're far more complicated than that. And that was my error in thinking that, oh, I've got it. I understood these 12 modifiers when in reality it's far more complicated. So that's the silliness I feel. That's like, oh, the embarrassment of like being wrong. And the desire to hide the fact that I feel duped, but it's not duped though. See, these I'm lacking in the words, so I'm just stumbling through it in front of everyone and just like, nope, no hiding. I am human. These things will happen. I'm trying to create a model for the entire world and universe. I'm going to make mistakes. And I fell straight into the one that everybody's warning other people about AI is the level of certainty that it projects. I can't even say it's not real because in some ways it is real in a mathematical terms, but not real in the way that I needed it to be real, in that I needed a single term I can hold and then I can relax, say like I got it. It's like, wait, if you keep changing it around, did I get the right 12? Is this even like, let me pause, right? Now I'm questioning everything. Like if I had an error in here, did I get it all wrong? And the question is no. No, 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 no. I don't throw out everything with the bathwater. It's like, no, one thing is wrong, so that's all wrong. It's like, no, 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 no. That's another error, right? I usually call this the OG problem of humanity, right? Having one little error and then we make it over exaggerated, right? OG overgeneralization. So I'm sitting in the aftermath of feeling like duped, but not really, right? Because people have warned, but I thought I was different, right? The hubris. It's like I thought I was different. I've got these frameworks. I know what truth is. What do those people know? You know, it's just like, oh my gosh. And I was tempted to hide it, and it's just like, oh, how human. Yay! I am human. I fall into these traps, and especially those traps, because I feel like I have these really cool templates, and it gives me arrogance. And because of my insecurity, I'm desperate to find something to anchor my truth to. The insecurity makes me feel like none of it is true. It's like, are you sure? The doubt. So I'm seeing myself on multiple layers here. It's like I've been trying to find confidence, right? And the little side note in my brain is saying, hey, science is all about non-confidence. It's not. It's all about saying, hold on, I'm not actually sure. Let's test it out. Let's find some more, right? So this level of uncertainty, the reframe that's instantly coming in right now from somewhere in my brain is saying, this is good. This is good. This uncertainty is good. This feeling of being duped, it's not that the word is wrong. The feeling is right. What I got wrong was the level of certainty. And also, here is why it's a little embarrassing. It means that I have to keep thinking again. I have to use my own judgments instead of exporting or, you know, giving my trust to an external authority. It's like, oh, this math uh, program, it's found the truth with capital T. Who? You know, I've been looking for it for so hard. Now I have it. It's just like, no, I don't. And it's not wrong either, right? Again, don't throw out everything. And my brain is saying, like, pause, pause. I feel silly. Don't hide it. Put everything forward. This is human, right? Ooh, 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 ooh. This is a good one. This is human. Okay, I'm building tools right here, right? Tools. This is a human moment. Me feeling embarrassed. is a human moment. Me trying to hide the fact that I feel like I got it wrong is a human moment. Did I actually get it wrong? Here's my suspicion about my suspicion. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I got it wrong. I'm not sure if I got it right. But here, this part, okay. So this part, I feel like I can salvage. I feel like this 7, there's more in between, but these 7 is actually logically sound without needing to consult anything else, right? So these are the 7 steps of cognitive development. So first, we feel emotions. Yes, at the very base layer, it's just pure sensations. We're not even calling it an emotion, it's just a sensation. Anger is just some heat and some desire, right? But so I start this model out with just emotions, okay? So we have emotions. Emotions gets us to say thoughts. So let me switch this to here, thoughts. A thought, if you don't believe in it, doesn't become a belief. But the thoughts that we have in questions, those are beliefs. And enough of those beliefs put together creates a worldview. And because we're born straight into those worldview, we don't see it. Everybody has one, but oftentimes, unless we've really paid attention, we don't realize we're automatically in a worldview. But once we start to realize that, we rise up to level 3 in this game. Like, oh, everything I'm seeing is a part of a worldview. Okay, that's interesting. But a lot of people stop there. They don't realize that, wait, just because I have this worldview, I never chose it. What if I want to choose something else? And there goes my screen. Come back, screen. I love you. I love you so much. I love you, screen. Thank you for giving me a break. Okay, so I believe I can salvage these 7. And is it really 7? See, the question is, if I really wanted AI to make more levels in between here, it could, and it would. And if I ask it again, it may give me a whole nother list. That's why it's like the general. So this is not steps. This is more like a fluid gradient. And then these 6 happen to be the 6 that it created the time I asked it. If I asked it again, it's just going to create another 6. And that's why I'm so distraught. It's like, I thought I got the definitive list. This is it. This is it. I can stop looking. This is it. There we go. The authority said it. The AI, the almighty, took billions of gigabytes, and here's the answer to the universe and everything. It's 42. It's like, I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. But I'm having a lot of fun on this end. I suggest anybody watching to jump in and be a participant and do their own live videos, because this is the game, right? This is the game of life. Ah. So this whole video is just me processing this this roller coaster ride. Um, yeah. And again, I'm feeling embarrassed again. Again, these things just loop. Okay, so the 7 layers, I don't need to explain them all, right? I, with a blank slate, I can think about creating my own worldview. Blah, blah. Judgment voice coming in. Oh, you're doing it badly. Oh, and then because of uncertainty, okay, cool. Thank you, coach. I will slow down. Okay, so repeat and validate. Where am I? What am I doing? Who am I? What is this universe? Ah. See, I didn't want to hide any of this and do it in the comment, like the description. I'm just gonna say it out loud. Okay. What I have doubt about is these 12 concept modifiers. I do believe that there are 12 variables of some kind that the AI uses for every concept in order to put it somewhere in a field. So I imagine this is how I imagine the AI to work. Again, I'm not an AI expert, so don't quote me on this part. This is just what I'm thinking. I'm extrapolating, hypothesizing. I'm guessing. Okay, so this is the entire brain of its possibility space. See, this is only 3 dimensions. So if we have something that's only 3 dimensions, we can put it here and see it. But imagine there's 12. So it wouldn't just be here because that's only 3 dimensions. Even if you have a number, depth would be 4. So there is at least 9 more dimensions here. Imagine. So, and every concept is somewhere floating in this soup of 12-dimensional processing. Yeah. This is how I think the AI works now. And when I sent a query into it, it goes through multiple layers. And every time I do, it's like sending a query into a river. And maybe if everything was exactly the same, I don't even know if it would give me the exact same output. Because any slight variations in voltage or whatever it happens to have in the middle, it would give me slightly different trajectory. It's just there's just so many layers in here that it doesn't give me a consistent answer. And what I'm hoping for is to have one answer. What I believed was that the AI somehow created a solid, like these are just the principles, like a textbook. I think this is the error of verbal computation versus a mathematical version, is that no concepts are discrete. Every concept is a blur, but we have to put the line around there somewhere so that our minds can relax into it. So my error is using my own brain and my own prejudice to discrete knowledge, when in reality, knowledge is not discrete. It's a field. It blends in. There's some, like 2 words, like big and giant. They overlap, and sometimes they mean the same things, and sometimes they don't. And what I really wanted was a discrete answer. And so I'm hitting up with reality. It is what I expected. So here is the emotional ER. I asked myself, what did I expect? And what is the reality? And did they match? If they didn't, an emotion will appear, right? Expectation versus reality. I expected quantized knowledge. I expected these 12 were it. I still think there are 12 different variables for every concept, but it's not the kind of variables here. I mean, these are just generalization that points to somewhat in the areas of what these variables tell us in human terms. Some of these variables talk about emotions. Some are social, some are time, some are space, some are. But it's not these. These are not their names. These are not their names. I don't even know if these names are correct. So, retraction. I'm correcting my level of confidence. My level of confidence that I projected or had yesterday is incorrect. And when I just finally just let it go, so I used the human moment to let go of needing to hide it. Like I know the honorable thing is to instantly tell people if I'm wrong or I feel like I'm wrong. Even if it turns out that I'm not wrong. It's like, wait, it was these 12. Like maybe I find out later that it was absolutely these 12 and it was whatever, you know. But that's later. This is now. I'm not even saying these are wrong. It's just my level of certainty isn't quite there anymore. And the numbers of layers is could be misleading. They're not discrete. They're gradients. But our brain can't really handle gradients. We need a certain point where they cross over, and then we put a stake in there and say, here, this point, watch for this. So, the 7 levels of consciousness cognitive development. I think I'm going to keep with this. Okay? Because this felt correct. Without using any appeal to authority. I think that's the logical error. Instead of using my own thoughts and like walking through my own experience and saying, yep, these 7 seems good, and I'll use it until I find something else. Here's the thing. This is the best map I got so far. If I find another map later, I'll use that one. It's that simple. And 7 isn't necessarily the number. So I'm walking back my level of confidence, right? Because sensation really is a thing. It is a level here. I could put it at 0 to keep the number 7, but that's just a call. That's like an aesthetic call. So yeah, I'm going to stick with D7 because it gives us a trajectory. It gives us, so don't worry about the numbers. These are just mileposts that show us the general direction of where we need to go. So this is my salvaging of post AI. I don't even know what to call it. What I don't even surely know what happened. What I do know is my level of confidence was inaccurate. And I've been warned this. And to feel it firsthand, now I understand. Now I feel it. And it's not even wrong because it's just math. You can't really claim that it's wrong unless I find it actually is, and sometimes it makes those errors, maybe. But how do I even know if it's an error within the set of human knowledge? Because it just pulls from gigabytes, and if those data was wrong, it will give us wrong answers. Garbage in, garbage out. So, long story short, I need to use my brain and put myself at the forefront and walk through each step on my own to verify it. So these 9 One, the 9 number, I can't claim is comprehensive anymore. That's the thing I thought. But every concept here, that's just straightforward, like, yeah, right? So these are things that makes concepts possible. Experiential dimension, well, you can't experience the memory itself, the act of memory. You can't experience that. So that's outside of experience. Ooh. Okay. But anything we're experiencing is right here. I can see myself making thoughts and judgments. So this meta awareness is correct. Imagination, see, all these are correct. There is silence. There is an intuition where thoughts, and then a thought bubbles up. Yep, that fits with my experience. Yes, there's attention. Yes, there's volition. These 9 seems good. Okay, so I'm holding this. Just because I derived it from AI and just because it listed it, there, there probably most definitely is probably more than 9. That's what I see now. It's my certainty. But here's the thing that I got from these 12. One of them is episystemic. Oh my gosh, I need another word. Epi. Oh man, every time I try to pronounce that word. Episystemic. Epistemic? Epistemic. Epistemology. Oh my gosh, hold on. I'm going to um, pronounce. Pronounce. Epis. Oh, hold on.
Epistemology. Epistemology.
Epistemology. Epistemology. Oh my gosh, that word is just epistemology. Epistemic. Hold on. Epistemic. Let's do it. Pronounce it. How do I pronounce it? Epistemic. Pronounce. Hold on.
Epistemic.
Epistemic. Okay. What is it? Relating to knowledge or the degree of its validation. Epistemic. Steam? Epistemic. Let's try it again.
Epistemic. Epistemic.
Epistemic. Epistemic. Can you feel my brain getting into a tizzy? Its desire for certainty. The desire to make sure I get it right. This is a good desire. This is a good desire, my love. This, not quite freak out, this like crisis. It's not quite a crisis. It's a shifting to meta level, not having enough vocabulary to describe my emotional state. So this is the emotional layer. Ooh, see, this is still working. Okay. See, I'm gonna validate these by how well they work instead of where it comes from. I don't have enough words, so I don't even know what emotion this is. This is the emotional layer. Okay. This is good. I'm recovering. Um, right. So there's the 12 modifiers. epistemic says which knowledge is valid, the level of confidence. So this took a real big hit when I realized, wait, AI isn't what I thought it was. It's a river. It's a gradient. It's not one name. It's a set of many names. It's like, oh, my brain can't think like that. So that's a limitation of my brain. Not necessarily an error of the AI. It's my error of understanding, and it shows me. Here's the thing too. It shows me my blind spot. It shows me that I thought things were discrete in discrete connections, and I can just know the definition and be done. And AI says, nope. Next time you ask me what the name of these 12 are, I'm going to give you my best calculation, and it's just going to give me a whole different names. It will still be correct because it's its best estimation, but to me, it's wrong because it's not these 12. Human. How human? Ugh. I have human limitations. I know, right? What kind of BS is that? Human limitations. Okay, well, then there was the the nine. Wait. What am I doing? Okay, there's the 8 ways that it can change us. Again, my level of confidence has decreased, but it doesn't mean the data is wrong. Just the number is not necessarily comprehensive, and I really wished it was, because then I could stop. And here's the thing, I didn't need it to be comprehensive. It's just an irrational desire. So the 8, let's see, is emotional. Um, this is physical, behavioral. And that's the thing too. I memorize these things as if they were definitive, and it's just like, oh, they're not. I just feel silly. I was wrong on the certainty, you know? I'm having a human experience. How dare I have a human experience? How dare I not be right all the time? It's unacceptable. Somatic. It could change our somatic. It can change our social, repatterning, whatever. Identity, our narrative, our belief, and our spiritual outlook. Are these definitive? No, because it can change us in so many other ways, like the systems, the social, emotional. I mean, that could be social. Somatic, I could wrap in with emotional. So, what I do believe I can still keep as definitive is this, is these, not necessarily these, but the dimensions. Spiritual wraps into Symbolic. Somatic is a feeling. So in the emotional realm, pre-emotions would be sensations. At some point, they turn into words, which then I flow into here. Yeah, it's a little confusing. Anyways, then identity could also be in social. Pause. Pause, 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 pause. I don't need this. Like, I'll keep looking at it and see what to do with it. But I don't need it right now. So I don't want to spend too much more time because I gotta get going. But what do I have? Let's see what I have. Reset. Come back to here. Now. So I feel silly. I was wrong in my level of certainty and definitiveness. AI is a gradient, not a discrete. When I ask it to be discrete, it will do its best, but any slight changes, it's going to change a different word, and to me, it will seem wrong because it's not the discreteness that it told me before. So that's where I was wrong. Now what? Let's see what I got, you know? So I did get these 7 layers. So here's a person. This is the game. The cube opens up, and so the 7 layers are going to be these spirals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is going to be the framework, unified framework. Okay. Oh, I came up of an exercise today. It's called the emotional archery, part of emotional somatics. And that is, I'm just going to say it. It is this movement, pull back, hold, and then release. So this is what I'm going to do with my emotions, with like anxiety when I feel it. Instead of trying to push it away and I lean into it, stretch, lean, 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 make it bigger, make it bigger, make it bigger, hold, and then release. Release the arrow. See the arrow flying, hitting the center of the bullseye, whatever that may mean, whatever your goal is, right? That is part of emotional somatics. Okay. Which is a part of my EPU, emotional processing unit. So, okay. Feeling frustrated and running out of time, but I don't actually run out of time. Okay, so here. The dimensions are the same. Top is symbolic, left is physical, emotional, social. Emotional processing unit. My social processing unit. My cognitive processing unit. Yes, I changed it because the social and symbolics are the same. And physical action processing unit, PPU, physical processing unit, physical action processing unit. Anyways, that's the working title. And then XPU, experience processing unit. So this is kind of this program right here from the inside. All right. The 12. See, I'm reluctant to let it go. So then I don't. I'm just going to keep it as R&D for now instead of making it a big deal because I don't know how to put it in yet. Emotional, social, ethical, um, agentic. Well, my subconscious likes to keep it, so I'm going to keep it. See, I'm trusting my intuition. So another part that I am keeping are the 9 precognitive dimensions, meta dimensions. So I'm trusting my intuition to give me corrections. And it did give me corrections on the emotional certainty, but now it's saying these 12 are still significant just because I thought I got the confidence wrong. That's only a matter of one epistemic epistemic error. It does not mean the whole thing is wrong. That would be also getting it epistemically wrong. Okay, so symbolic, cognitive, um, come back, logical, temporal, spatial, um, sensorial, and systematic, which can also be meta. Okay, why was I so interested in these? One, the number 12 apparently is very important in the level of concepts. It may or may not be these 12, but the number 12 seems to be, again, I have to correct my level of confidence, but not throw out the baby with the bathwater. So the 12 seems to be accurate. So for now, I'm using these 12 to look into the world. Okay, this is why this is important, right? I'm going to look and see the different dimensions of time, space. Yep, I'm seeing the space. Senses. So I'm seeing a little person, person touching the physical world. There's time involved. And then there's space, 3D, space. Cool. Emotional. It's feeling. This being is feeling something. Okay. This person has a social connection. That's weird. Okay. So this person has social connections. It has ethics. Am I doing the right thing? And it wants stuff. Agentic. See, that's why I still think these 12 could be valid. The question is, have I missed something? And the answer is almost always yes. have I missed something? Well, I have summarized things and I missed things. Maybe within ethics there are slight deviations, maybe agentic, and I'm asking for quantitative answers to things that are not quantitative. They are a distribution. Okay. Symbolic metaphors. Okay. This person flies a flag. A flag clearly isn't just a flag, it represents something. Epistemic. Well, this whole video is an epistemic crisis and correction. Okay, great. Which is different than all the other ones. Cognitive is what I'm doing right now, I think, which is different. So this person thinks about stuff. So am I having an accurate view of the world? So this guy thinks about stuff, and I can't say using time, space, senses, emotions, just social, ethical, agentic. None of these talks about the cognitive dimension. Okay, so that's different. And logical, just because I think about stuff, sometimes it's not logical. It's a different criteria. Sometimes I know it's true, it's not quite logical, but it's like true. Like I trust that data even. So I relied on the AI's. I thought, let's see, I'm trying to figure out what I got wrong. I have to say that word. My brain doesn't want to say it. It's like, what did I get wrong? The level of certainty. And it's not one name, it's like many. This is not the right name. But just because it's not the right name for the thing that is in the computer doesn't mean I can't use this list. Don't throw out everything just because I got one little thing wrong. For now, these are 12 dimensions of consideration. If I want completeness, comprehensiveness, go back to here. Physical, symbolic, social, emotional, experiential. Done. If I want completeness, come back to here. And then split off strategic way we play the other 5 dimension as the lid here. That's it. So I'm still falling back to my own model that I've derived. I thought I could expand it to here, and it may still be correct, but I don't know why specifically only these 12. That's what I can't answer. This I can, kind of, right? Physical, all physical things. Oh, all symbolic things. It can jump mediums. That's why it's different dimension. Social is I am a world simulator. You put multiple world simulators together. That's an emergent property. That's why social is a different dimension. Emotion is clearly a different dimension because if I'm not feeling the emotion, I don't know what's down here until it gets triggered. It's like, oh, right, I didn't know I would be triggered by that. Okay. So there's a certain invisibility to this, but it certainly exists. That is not purely symbolic. Because, anyways, it's just different. It's not just symbolic. It's more like just words and maps and what we make it mean. amplified by the emotional confidence. I think the confidence is here. Whew. All right, I am gonna get going, but let me wrap it up, wrap it up, wrap it up. Okay. Okay. So I'm falling back to my own model. It's actually kind of satisfying that I have a model to fall back on. I will keep these 12 in mind. I am adopting the 7. That one I'm taking. That's mine. That's official. The ways of change, the 8 ways of change. See, it overlaps with this. The 8 ways of change. Um, okay, I don't really want to keep going because I want to get going. But um, in short, this is how I'm self-coaching myself through this epistemic crisis, a crisis of confidence. When I realized the AI was not a discrete item, I'm asking it to give me discrete names for a whole category that is blends into every other category, so it just makes a best guess of container. And that's only our human brain's limitations. And I thought it was way more definitive than it was, and that's the thing, it doesn't communicate very well. And I've been warned by that, and now I've fallen headfirst into it. My face is full of spaghetti and eggs, and I just pick myself back up, wipe off. It's just like, okay, guess I still have a role here to um, to defend why my system is the way it is, why these dimensions, and then show how it's being used. And I'm recovering the 7, right? I am putting the 12 on pause. The 9 I'm keeping. The 8 dimensions of transformation, I'm going to look at it maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow. Oh. The impact dimensions is also really interesting, but they all start to overlap. Impact dimensions. Um, so there's 4. Anyways, the biggest takeaway that I got was these 9 preconceptual concepts, these 7 layers in the game, and this put into R&D mode. And is it really 9? Is there more? I don't know. I don't know. That's my best guess in the confidence of my knowledge. And I always strive to be as accurate as possible, but mostly just for myself, because that's the kind of person I am. I want the most accurate map possible. This is part of my ego. I'm not for working against my ego. I'm working with my ego. Like, I want to be the best person that I can be, the most accurate as I can. And if I feel like something was in error, I will correct it right away. So that is my commitment. And even though I feel silly, well, this is a human moment. I don't hide anything. I use it as an example to lean into it and process it and to just show everybody that, yeah, these things happen. This is a human moment. We're all going to feel that way. And this is one way that I'm walking through it by simply declaring it as fast as I can. And that's it. That's all I can do is try my best. Like yesterday, I did my best, and that's what I thought was true. Today is what I know to be true. And is this wrong? I don't know. But this is my best. And this is what it is. I love you all. Till next time. Bye.